welcome back to another episode on the Greenhouse Gals. I'm Olivia, and today we have a guest. Her name is...
I'm Jen.
Yes, so this is Jen. She is, I guess, like our designer. What's your title?
So I'm lead designer.
Lead designer.
Which is super fun.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is Jen. You'll see her in the design nook. That's kind of like her area. But then all throughout the greenhouse, she does all different things throughout the seasons. But Jen, yes, what do you do? What's your focus here at Buchwalter's?
So my focus is mostly on creating seasonal things for customers, things that are just grab and go, things that customers specifically need help with for their homes. I can help them design containers. So I do containers for all 4 seasons. And also like indoor containers for just typical houseplants, but also funeral stuff, you know, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so what's your background? And floral design, I think, was a background.
Yeah.
Where are you from? How do you know all this?
So I'm originally from Apple Creek. I live in Worcester now with my husband and my daughter. But I went to school at ATI for floral design and marketing. Okay. So my base skills are in floral design, but it kind of morphed into this, which in floral design, you're using individual stems and creating something that stays as is. Okay. So it took some learning to figure out, okay, I've got a flower, I'm going to arrange them, but they continue to change and evolve. Yes. So you use the same design principles, but it just, you got to tweak it a little bit.
For sure. With your floral design, like, was it creating bouquets or like, what consists of floral design?
Yeah, so bouquets for weddings, boutonnieres, all that kind of stuff. And even into larger funeral pieces, even everyday like gift pieces, like exhibition pieces. Lots of fun stuff.
Okay, yeah, very good. So yeah, that does like go perfect with what you're doing now too. So let's talk about our plants. What is just overall for you before we get in? What's your best tip for creating a planter or a combination?
Okay, so typically you want to have something tall, which is your thriller, something more bushy, that's a filler, and then something that'll spill out, which is spiller.
Yes, that's what it's called.
So those are the kind of the principles to use. Yeah. As far as colors, you can use color theory, which is on the design wheel or the color wheel. But overall, I say go with your heart. What do you love? I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. What colors? Good. So how do you plan it out? And the basics, like that's a really great 3-step there. But how do you plan it out? Can you move them around? Like, how do you actually do it?
So typically when I make a container, I'll fill up my pot with soil. But even if you're at the store, you can always just setting them together, you know, seeing, oh, hey, you know, just to get a visual. But when I fill up my container, I set them in just to picture, okay, how do I want to place them with my different colors and greeneries? How does it, you know, how is it most appealing to the eye?
Yes. Yeah, very good. Okay. Yeah, awesome. So let's go into our topic today, deer-resistant perennials, annuals, deer-resistant plants. So Jen, you do live kind of in the city, right?
Yeah, we live in town.
In town.
But close to woodsy areas. Yes. And I would have never guessed when we moved there that I would have a deer problem, but I do. But it's taught me a lot. It's helped me help customers, which I think is a win overall.
Yeah. Right, for sure. Yeah. What do the deer, like, do you just see them out there, or like do you see them eating your plants, or it's just you go to bed? If
you're out early in the morning or later in the evening, you'll see them. But the damage you can always see. Right. I mean, they love hostas. They will eat pretty much anything. There's a few more tried and true things.
Yeah, what plants have you found to work? Can you list them off?
Yeah, so plants that work, and especially for containers, my favorite go-to at my house is the salvia, lantana, and thyme. I love the woolly thyme. It's got a great texture. It gets purple flowers. That is my go-to.
Okay.
That's something, they may nibble on them a little when they're young and tender, but not for very long. And then once they're fully grown, it's just a beautiful container that for me has been perfectly deer resistant.
Okay, very good. So those three, we got it. Yeah, why do animals not like certain plants? Like, why would deer not go for these plants?
So they don't like things with a lot of texture. Like on the salvia, it's got a very textured leaf, and even the blooms are kind of papery textured. Same thing with lantana, super textured. Licorice plants are great. They've got scent. Somewhat of a texture, but this has been a great one for me too. The plectranthus is great. Again, super textured, but fun to use in a container because it's got different colors, draws some purple. And even all kinds of geraniums, the ones with flowers, your typical geraniums, but also the different varieties. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box. Like, I know we want color, but sometimes texture is just as valuable and pretty as color is.
Very good.
So something like that. And then herbs are great. You know, like a variegated mint and things adds interest. Keeps the deer away.
Good.
And another great option is eucalyptus. It gets big and gorgeous. And this one would be more so the smell of it. And the taste, I'm sure, would keep them away.
Yeah, very good. Have you tried sprays? Do those work? What have you found? Or just any other tips?
The best spray that I've found is liquid fence. Again, there's nothing that's 100% bulletproof. You have to reapply after it rains, and keeping up with it fairly often, probably multiple times a week. So that's the best one that I found for sprays. All the other granular stuff, kind of hit and miss. And it may depend on how severe your deer issue is too. So like a spray versus just getting a plant. Like, do you spray as well, like the repellent? Or with
just
my
plants?
combo that I do, I don't spray it at all. So that for me is a win because on top of watering, it takes extra time, and it is very stinky. So don't use it while the wind's blowing in your direction.
All right, very good. Anything else about deer resistant? Any other tips, things you would tell us?
So overall, I know it's easy to get discouraged. You spend money and you lose money on it because it's taken me about 4 or 5 years to figure this out. And it's been a lot of frustration, but hopefully our greenhouse can be a place where people can come and get the knowledge and encouragement. I've encouraged a lot of people too because they're frustrated too. And just knowing where to start with so that you don't have to go through all that. Oh, they ate this, they ate that. And sometimes you just, even if you don't get your favorite flowers that you've always wanted because of that issue, I can work with you. And we can figure out something that is fun and different and something that you might grow to love.
Yeah, for sure. And Jen can definitely help you with that. Like, you would never know, the citronella geranium, like, who would think that? Like, you put that in there and it looks so good. And sage, like, that was like, aren't we supposed to put this in the garden? But like, it's just flowing out of a basket.
You have to think outside of the box.
For sure. So we can do it. Jen can help you. It's a problem, but it can be fixed with your deer. Same thing like rabbits and all those other animals too. There are solutions. So thank you, Jen. Anything else that you'd like to conclude with?
I don't think so. I just When people come in, you can always ask for me. I'm always happy to give helpful information or try to help. I always try to do my best.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on another episode, and we will see you next time.